We got some stories about this place.
Oh boy, folks. This might be a long ass episode. There's a lot of history where we're at today.
So we're in literally our hometown where we grew up as children, and a mile down the road from our old house, I'm not going to tell you what direction it was in, but like a mile down from our house, there was this market called Louisville Square Market.
Louisville Square Market.
It's been around since as long as I can remember. It was on the way to our elementary school, so sometimes you could stop in there and get a biscuit on the way to school. There's a crosswalk here where like at least once a week there was a car that would end up in a lake before they put lights up, which is fun. But yeah, this is Louisville Square Market. They got a deli in there, so it was Louisville Square. Now it's sold by the evil empire.
Now it's a Kenjo.
Yeah,
it's a Kenjo marathon market. Fun fact: this was my first job. When I was 16 years old, the day I turned 16, I came down here, and the guy who owned it hired me. And 2 weeks after hiring me, actually had me opening this gas station as a 16-year-old. Which, in hindsight, as an adult now, who in the hell lets a 16-year-old kid open their business? You know, even if you trust them inherently, that's way too young to let a kid open a store and run a cash register and all that kind of stuff.
Did you steal anything?
Never stole anything. Subsequently, though, was let go from the job about 6 months later. I forgot to plug the hot dogs in. And that was just the straw that broke the camel's back, because this place was known at the time for their foot-long hot dogs, and it was egregious. I handed a 400-pound man a foot-long or three, and he bit into them and was cold. You would have thought that I went to his house and slapped his wife when he came back. He was so pissed.
Well, you would also think there'd be some sort of a 3 strikes rule with failing to plug in the hot dog machine.
That's a one and done, man.
So there's a zero tolerance policy at this place. It was under different ownership at the time.
This was not the same. This is 20-something years ago. Yeah. And to be fair as well, though, it wasn't. So I put the hot dogs in the water and plugged in the little pot that you put them in, but nobody told me you had to go back and like actually flip a breaker to turn the things on.
You shouldn't have to do that.
Well, exactly. They essentially sat in cold water for like 5 hours, and then lunch rush comes at noon, and they had thawed. They weren't frozen. They were frozen originally. They weren't frozen at the time, but they were ice cold. And again, that. So I'm going to tell you right now, he has a better story than this, and I want him to tell it about the cigarette guy. Yeah. So, full disclosure, at the time, I was thinking about smoking to be cool. I was 16 years old. I wanted to,
validate that adulthood a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to really flex my muscle now that I'm a working man and I'm making $4.25 an hour. Give me a pack of Marlboro Lights or something.
I got the pubes, and I got
the cig. Where's the ladies? Was thinking about this in my mind and was working alone. Again, 16 years old, working alone. Opened the store up at like 5 in the morning, and a dude comes in and ordered like 2 packs of Lucky Strikes, I think they were, unfiltered cigarettes, like ones. The ones they did back in the 30s that were full flavored and refreshing.
Brightens your smile. See, doctor approved. Lucky Strike cigarettes now.
And I was eating at the time some Fruity Pebbles. At the time, I was looking over my head for the cigarettes, and I kept hearing this noise. It kept going, "Ss, ss, ss." And I'm sitting there looking for cigarettes. What in the hell is that? "Ss, ss, ss." And he's like, "If you only got 1 pack, that's fine too." I'm sitting there eating cereal, and I look down, and the dude has got white strips of what I can only assume are cancer on his tongue, and he's scratching them with his top teeth, like this. While I've got a big-ass bite of Fruity Pebbles in my mouth. That was the day I quit even thinking about smoking. It was also the day I quit eating Fruity Pebbles. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you.
Unless you're smoking meat, which, incidentally, today we had them. It's
killer segue.
Yeah, I know. Today they were very nice, and they were nice enough to flip the breakfast bar to the breakfast menu to the lunch menu. We got some barbecue sandwiches. I remember as a kid riding my bike down here. The first time I got, when you upgraded like your first bike to your like preteen bike, and it's a little bigger, a couple of gears on the thing and some switches on it. So this is a mile from the house. I would ride during the summer vacation. I rode my bike down here with my backpack, and I was like, I'm gonna just stock up on some stuff, some snacks. And as I rode back, the chain fell off of my bike, so I had to walk my bike the entire way in like the 100-degree heat.
And a busy road.
And it was just a mile, but as a child, that felt like the walk to Mordor. It was a very long, arduous journey.
The people here were super accommodating. They even offered, we were looking at the menu, and the lady was sitting at the table, I assume eating her own breakfast, and she's like, honey, if it ain't on there, we can make it for you. She's like, we'll even flip it to the lunch menu if you want. And we were like, oh, okay. She flipped it for us. So thank you to the Louisville Square Kenjo. The Knoxville Kenjo could take a few lessons from these people here.
For real.
But that remains to be seen, I guess, and how we rate these barbecue sandwiches, which subsequently smelled pretty damn good.
How much were they?
They were pretty cheap. That's not the receipt. It's this one. $2.50 each. So not terrible price either.
I anticipate a messy sandwich.
Yeah.
And yes, messy it is.
We did get napkins.
I'm not crazy about a steamed bun. Just give me the bun dry. I don't need the bun steamed. It's just gonna get soggy like cereal.
That's a East Tennessee thing.
Is it?
Steamed bun.
It's a
steamed
thing.
sandwich. Well, it depends on what you do. You want your cheese? Did they put cheese on this?
Nah, it's just barbecue. It's just their pulled pork barbecue.
All right, well, barbecue sandwiches from my old stomping grounds, my first job that I was fired from for not plugging in the hot dogs. Louisville Square Kenjo Marathon at the corner of Louisville and Topside Road here in good old Louisville, Tennessee. Ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Barbecue sandwiches.
Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, you don't have anything going on, you're not inspired for lunch. You come down here, get one of these sandwiches, get like a tall boy of like whatever your favorite beer is. Reasonable.
Get a PBR and a couple BBQs and
have a GFT.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm pretty surprised at how tasty it is, to be quite frank. This is, as most of you know, one of our most popular videos is the Kenjo Granddaddy Sandwich for various and sundry reasons. So our sandwich history with Kenjo has not been pristine. Maybe we're in for a little redemption here, I think maybe. We'll see. Still haven't hit a bone yet, maybe.
I think this is more the people, not the company, that's making this place pretty decent. And this place has changed hands quite a bit. I remember it was under ownership when we were kids by this one dude. I think he handed that off to like a Korean family who ran it for a while, right?
Yes.
And they did burgers here, which
they did chicken teriyaki here.
Yeah, they did like Asian food too, which is pretty fun. That's really fun gas station stuff. And then I guess they finally got bought out by Kenjo. Kenjo runs the place now. I don't know how all that works. I don't know the politics behind that, but
I think they have like a corporate menu though. Like there's nothing. What you get here, you can get really at any Kenjo. I think. Maybe not. Here at Gas Station Garbage, folks, we rate everything on our patented super scientific scale of 1 to 10 Gordon Ramsays. With all that said, Nick, what do you rate the barbecue sandwich from Louisville Square Market, now the Kenjo Marathon at the corner of Topside and Louisville Road in Louisville, Tennessee this morning?
There's a nostalgia factor that's going to push this up to at least 8 Gordon Ramsays for me. But aside from that, good taste, reasonable price, friendly staff, quick turnaround, gigantic menu anyway. So yeah, I have no qualms giving this 8 Gordon Ramsays.
You know, I'm gonna echo you. I'm gonna say 8 as well. It was a lot tastier, to be quite frank, than I anticipated it to be. I hate barbecue sandwiches where they just put the meat on the bun and then put the sauce over the meat, and the sauce doesn't distribute. This was actually mixed with the sauce, but it wasn't gooey and it wasn't slimy. It was actually like really good consistency, and the bread, to be steamed, kind of held up well too. I mean, it wasn't mushy at all. It still had kind of a bite to it.
And there's probably a time factor.
Yeah, right.
And there's probably a fuse on that.
We ate these pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Roll all that in with the nostalgia factor, the fact that the cemetery overlooks this place.
Yeah, you can sort of eat and sort of contemplate death while you're eating.
I told my mother and my father and my wife, I said, when I die, I don't care what you do with my body. I'm like, sort everything by price and give me the cheapest you can get. One request: do not bury me overlooking Louisville Square Market. I will hate your ass forever. But 8 Gordon Ramsays from me. Again, surprisingly tasty. I was surprised. So would definitely get this. Would definitely get this again. And kudos to the ladies in there for kind of being the ray of sunshine. So again, redemption. Gas Station Garbage. We're out of here. We got we're busy today. So we'll see you guys next Friday. Stay locked, stay tuned. Share us with your friends. Please, share us, spread the love. We'll see you guys next time.